to all of them. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. To all of them. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight. And the worst of it all is that I can't keep my heart straight.
Got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it, now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel it.
One, two. Put this down. Oh, where's my camera at? Hold on, guys. Camera. Here we go. Oh, wait a sec. Still no good. Hold on. Okay, so that's not working properly, but anyways, that's the best I could get. My lights are not working at the moment, unfortunately. Anyways, welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you had a great long weekend, holidays. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Well, it's time to get back to work, I guess. Let's do that. Trying to fix this. Yes, sir. I've got my cue ball ready, 8 ball ready. Let's go. What do you want to ask? My chat is also on the thingy not working somehow. Where's my... So how you been, James? You been alright? What have you been up to? Nice. I like that. Nice. Okay. So you're gonna be back for kind of like full time now, huh? Good. Let's see. Well, then that'll give me some incentive or encouragement to come back with some force, you know, like come back seriously. So that's a good thing. So what's been cooking then with the market? Market's looking. I mean. You know, we've talked about this SPY being in a really sort of a limbo at this point between these zones here. So unless it takes that out, I can't call it bull market or bear market or long bias or short bias. It's just short term, very short term. I can see this to be strong. Okay, short term. So for day trading, we could have a long bias on it, especially when it's dipping down like this without any big news. We might get a big bounce coming up, close to the open or just before or after the open. Now, is that going to continue to stay green? I don't know, to be honest. Is it strong enough to do that? I can't really sort of say that it could do that. It could easily end up being red as well. So I'm not really going into the looking at SPY saying, you know, I'm very strongly biased long or short. I'm just gonna go 50-50, very neutral, to be honest, neutral approach at this point. Since it's gone down, you know, it's a big gap down, considerable. Yeah, I would say about $2, just over $2 gap down, right? Way over $2 actually, $2.5 or so. That's big, and it's still going down. So if it does go down more and more, the more it goes down, the more I'm a bit long biased, to be honest. I know it's a little bit of a kind of somebody new. It's kind of hard to digest, but that's how I think, anyways. So I'm long biased short term, but medium term and long term, to be honest, I have no clue where the direction of the SPY might go, unless I again I will mention this, it needs to break out that 415s and stay above that. Ideally you want the 420 to be breaking. So that's the deal with SPY. Not really sort of looking crazy. The areas, the levels are far away. 407 is a big level that's playing around right now. It's broken that under. And usually when it breaks a bigger level, it will just do a big, massive jump. I would say kind of like a congestion, sort of a price action. Just go up and down the zone, get all the orders that it could fill in, and then do its usual move, which could be to the long side. So I'm thinking we might be seeing at this point some, you know, market trying to sort of fill those orders in. Yeah, get those orders filled in, and then trying to make its way to a bigger bounce. Could be that, or it could be weak. Generally, looks weak, definitely, and it continues to stay weak. Then that will probably not look good, because the next level we're looking at is 405.50. So 406, 405.50. So yeah, we'll see. I think we might see a bounce coming in quite soon. So that's SPY. To be honest, today I don't have a bigger watch list. CDLX, very bad volume, although it looks good daily. I really don't know about this. I would like to keep it on my watch list, but it's just the volume is just horrible. Like 8.2 million. It did pick up the few days ago, last week. On this day, it picked up, the volume picked up like 80 million. And then it's completely dropped off next day. And then it's rising though. That's the good thing. I'm going to keep this, just in case today it starts to raise as well, the volume. We are looking into AI as well. I'm going to keep an eye on AIs. We are on AI. This was crucial level here, 2050s, 20s. It's bouncing from that. So are we going to see more bounce coming into this? Because of also GFAI has been actually quite active lately, as you can see. Very, very active for the past, actually last week started to get some traction. So it goes from I would say sub $5 all the way to $22, $21 in about 2 days, and then obviously rejects beautiful opportunities on this one though. Something that goes from $5 all the way to $22, $21. This day I'm definitely looking for shorts. There's no, I mean, it can be, the catalyst could be huge, but how huge could it be for a company to move from $5 to $20? Right? So that's fourfold. What changed in the company? You know, just because, I don't know. So next day, this day was definitely looking for shorts, 100%. This is, we talked about this in the daily daily analysis, and this was the day, I believe. This was the day, yeah. So let's have a look at if we did find any potential opportunities on this day. At the open, it's going to be very difficult to trade. So after the open, it didn't give us any chance to short. Beautiful area here, beautiful. This is our PBAW, by the way. This is ideal PBAW. You're matching a great daily with a nice intraday. Goes beyond VWAP, beyond 200 EMA, but completely rejects down, back under. That is your first clue confirmation. That's first clue confirmation that reversal has happened. And then it tries to bounce, barely gets to the VWAP. Dude, that's just like, you can't really ignore that. Comes under the 200 EMA, and it's just you're blind to actually not see that. And then yeah, you just take anywhere here, anywhere there. Even if you missed there was a little bounce towards the EMA, and then it just completely collapsed. So that's, I would have traded it the way I normally trade, which is to let those trades run, because I would have expected from this huge move. This much move, yeah, I would have definitely expected. So this would have been a great if I had traded that day. Unfortunately, I didn't. I wasn't really well. So this is a really good example of the PBOW setup for James, if you want to keep track of this daily and coinciding with the intraday beautifully. And there's another one that's this here. We talked about this as well before I went for a break. We were talking about it during our meeting. This is perfect daily for this day as well. So remember our second day, right? So after this day, especially when it closes like the way it did, we had same sort of concept here. As you can see, you might have gotten in on this one, but there was no confirmation unless you were a bit quick on this one. Actually, there might have been a confirmation here, so you might have had that loser there. But if you had waited, similar scenario, after like half an hour, it actually gives us a beautiful entry, exactly the same way as it did this day, right? Look at that. That's why you don't want to trade the first 5-10 minutes, whatever works for you, 5-15 minutes. After that, the main move happens. So that's a really good example on the GFAI side. Now it's bouncing though. We might be getting a second day continuation, but this scares me because it's just the pressure from the above is quite high. So we are going to be a bit careful on that, but I'm a bit long biased on this one. Now that it's actually done its pullback. So this pullback was due on it, and the earlier it does that, the better it is, so that it could actually sort of consolidate a little bit and starts to take off again. So we might be in that consolidation point. We might not have that second day push. If we do, that probably wouldn't last that long because it's going to be too quick. We want it to settle down and then starts to take off. So GFAI definitely on the watch list. Again, with GFAI comes AI plays. This could be the similar scenario as well. Second day play might come in on this one, or we might see some congestion coming in, but this is overall generally weaker than GFAI. SOUN as well is got a good daily. I'm not gonna lie, it's got a good daily. Break of 3 would be nice, but break of 320s would be even better. So I'm keeping an eye on this one as well. Those are the ones. I was watching also IonQ, but the volume is just dying down on this one. But this is pretty much a swing idea kind of setup. But I want to wait on this one. So IonQ, I'll keep it on the side just in case. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's see if my thingy works here. Yes, sir. Bots are working fine. All right, so watch list. I've got CDLX, AI, IFRX. Did we talk about IFRX? No, we didn't. Now this is interesting, James. You see the IFRX? What are you expecting from here? If you're watching this, you should know what you're expecting. So yeah, I'm going to be watching this as well for possible shorting opportunities for second day IFRX. It is gapping up though. But we do have 610, 615 is quite a strong level. Right about yesterday's highs, it's gapped up to yesterday's highs. The gap up I don't like, but if it starts to show strength and take out those levels, then I'm not going to look for shorting opportunities at all, because the gap up is quite a bit. Now it's coming down a little bit, it's looking better. So yeah, depends on where this ends up at the open. I'll be looking for possible shorting opportunities. If not, I'll leave it alone unless it breaks that 615s, 620s. Good morning. What's up, Scalper? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, buddy. So 9, we've got about 30 minutes for the open. And until then, we're just cleaning up our watch list, talk about maybe potential ideas for coming up this week. AI has been hot and is back again. So it's on and off as well. AI has been hot and cold for the last month or so, I would say. It picks up very quickly and dies off, and then picks up very quickly, dies off. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be active and in play for a long time. So that's why we have AI stocks, right? GFI, AI, GFI, and SOUN, all those. Let's have a look at our others. Why did I have such a move? Which one are we talking about? The IFRX? IFRX, I'm not too sure because I wasn't trading this last week. But I think it's something to do with this. It's a biotech, right? Yeah, it's a biotech, so it's got to be something to do with the drug. Isn't this the one that had some sort of a drug related to the COVID-19 antibody? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that actually had some sort of a positive news about a antibody for a COVID-19. Yeah, so this is, if that's true, and it depends as well. Yeah. It's coming down 580, so we are trading around here, still quite high off this red candle. I would really like it to be under that 550, 560s to be even considering this for a shorting opportunity. So I might leave it alone for a while. Especially with the catalyst that it had, this might be just a pause. This might be a pause, so be very careful with this one. Yeah, there's an upgrade on that as well, analyst upgrade. I'm not too keen on the analyst upgrades. When I say that, I could be wrong only when it comes to the recent market. Recently, I've noticed that when there's an upgrade from big analysts especially, it does move the stock. It does move the stock. Back in the days, let's say even 6 months ago, it didn't. A year, 2 years ago, it didn't. Because people, when there's a price target, just remember it doesn't mean that the price target is today, right? They are always considering the future, like future price target, right? So it used to take a while for them to get to that level where it's actually moving towards that price target. But nowadays I've noticed is if there's a big analyst upgrading a stock, it just instantly tries to reach that price target. You know what I mean? So yeah, things have changed a little bit. I will definitely consider the big analysts upgrades as well as a catalyst. Before I didn't even used to consider because they didn't really do anything. So that's why you have to change with the environment. So let's look into that. Anything else I'm missing, guys? Doritos, do you have anything that you're watching today? Let's have a look at your list. James, if you've got a list, we can talk about that. DraftKings is something that I'm waiting for it to actually take out 19s, maybe even 20s. That's for long term, kind of like swing trading ideas. IoT as well, I'm looking for 20 break. LNTH is already kind of, no, the volume is not good at all, so I'm going to remove that. Roblox is also something that I am paying attention to for possible opportunities, maybe even today, but it's gapping down, so no, it's about $1 gap down, so I would really like it to be turning red to green today. 46.20s, 46.30s break. We could start and then break 46.40 would be ideal to actually build up. Oh, AMC also, yes, I did have it in my watch list, but I'm really, yeah, AMC is definitely in play in a sense that I want to short it, and I know it's not nice to say, but AMC, there's a lot of dead cat bounces. Now we might see this 2-3 days of dead cat bounces like these, but eventually it actually surrenders to the overall general direction, which is downward momentum. So if I was going to trade AMC, I will wait for it to pop towards 490s, 5s maybe, which it will. Usually it does that. It will pop very fast and it will bring in a lot of I would say a lot of optimistic traders or investors in, because it's moving that fast, and all of a sudden it will just crash. They're just trying to sort of find the liquidity. You know, these stocks. I'm surprised this stock is still attracting a lot of traders and investors. It's pretty much, I think, non-tradable. Is gone. Look at this. This is what I mean. Do not trade this, right? If you see something like this, you want to avoid that. But only recently, yesterday, it started to pick up. So we might have something. What is the news on it, by the way? I might be a bit ignorant on this one. If the news is good enough, strong enough, then yeah. Okay. MU. Let's have a look at MU. Yeah, it's that pump thing, isn't it? They are still not letting it go. I mean, yeah, historical things happened on AMC and GME, yes, but do you think it's gonna happen again? I highly doubt it. You know, there's a lot of other opportunities, but you know, Reddit is a group. I mean, it's a community that is very loyal. That's the issue. That could be a bigger problem as well. Being loyal too much is just completely blinds you to the fact that there's no opportunities on it. Anyways, MU. Let's have a look at MU. MU is gapping up. It's one of the gappers, isn't it, today? 58.61. So why is it gapping up? Let's just turn this thing off. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's just a waste of time, really, AMC. It's just not in play. You have to look at what you want to put in your stock to watch. Ask yourself one very simple question. Is it in play? Does it look in play? And you will start to find the answer for it. If it's doing the same thing over and over again, then usually it's not in play. So is this, why is it gapping up? Scalper, do you know? MU? All right, Capital 1 and 1 other big movers ahead of Monday. So let's have a look. So we are trying to find. Okay. So it's to do. It's not a massive catalyst, but it is there, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. The gap is quite considerable amount, 58.50 all the way to the highs of 62.50s, and it's now drifting down a little bit, but that's quite a bit for a MU, unless it's a very strong catalyst, which I don't see a strong catalyst behind it. So we might see some fade off coming on onto this one. I really don't expect this to be going the second day continuation to the upside. If it does, wait for the 62 to break, and if it does, if it holds, then we can look into some sort of plays. But even then, I won't be really sort of looking for bigger move, because it's already done. We're looking at for 58.50 all the way to here. It's trading right here now. So now if it starts to move, we've got 62.50, that's big level. And then we've got around 63s, which is again stronger level. So it's got to overhead the resistance, huge resistance. So I'm thinking it's going to drift down a little bit before it starts to climb back up again. MU looks interesting, a gapper. Watch the 62 level. If it starts to break above it and starts trading over, then there is possibility, yeah, at least towards 62.50. Looks good. MU is one of the gappers, so we'll keep it just in case, because it does have good good volume usually. Anything else popping? Let's have a look. If we do have anything else popping, then we should be good to go. So GFI COCP. I think I've looked at this and it was just dead. COCP was dead. So that's why I left it. Okay, that's dead. PKX. What is this? Nah, there's nothing. Let's have a look at on the downside. ODC. I don't like these names. Octo. Nothing. CTY. No, nothing else. Yeah. Keep the Roblox is gapping down as well. So. What's up, buddy? How you doing? That's pretty much my gappers and watch list. Anything else gapping up? Anything else gapping up? Fresh. Penny. PLXP. Float not bad. Okay. Scary. Let's have a look at PLXP. As oh, okay. The volume is quite good though. I don't usually look at sub $2 stocks, but yeah, this very good volume. If you are scalping these kind of things, there could be some opportunities on it, but I'm not going to trade it simply for the fact that, let me have a look at before I say that. Market cap is about 3.1 million and outstanding shares are 29 million. So float is really low as well. With it, this could be played around or left, right, center. So I'm not gonna risk my money into something that could be played around easily. So no, I'm not gonna trade that. Yeah, very quiet when it comes to watch list. Let me just post this. Where's my Discord at? I need to re-download it. Dude, hold on a second, guys. Just keeps crashing this thing. Right, storage, downloads. I should have it here. Discord. And easy code. Let's go. Let's go. I don't even have, usually I have like 5, 6, up to even 10 stocks that I'm watching for swing ideas. I just don't have that either. But DraftKings is one of those. IoT is also one of them. I don't like the volume, but it still looks good. IoT. And also Roblox. Roblox needs to go to 46, 20, 30s for us to even consider anything on it. Hold on, guys. Snicker, let's go. How do you get the QR? Let's see. Okay. So we are gonna go into watch list. Yes, sir. And we are gonna post it here. So that's our watch list for the day, guys. Quite small. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks that we're watching. Only one gapper, which is MU, and that even is not very. It's not even close to A plus setup when it comes to. But we might get something. Usually these kind of days, other things will start to run, and it usually turns out to be a good one. It surprises you, especially Mondays. You think it's quiet, but all of a sudden something starts to move and everything starts to move. So yeah. All right, guys, 12 minutes to go. If you want to grab yourself some drink, I'm gonna do that. I do have my drink, but just gonna go and come back in about 5 minutes. I'll have 5 minutes break and then come back for close to the open, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys, be back in about 5. JD. There was a point where I wanted to take long on it for for swing ideas. Let's have a look. It's been a while since I looked at it actually. Yeah, it's recently quite heavily beaten down. Yeah, I think right here somewhere I took a long, I think. And also I was trying to take long here somewhere, but it completely failed off. Yeah, it's gapping down big time as well, like from 41s all the way to 39.20s. So 39.20s is right about here. Difficult stock to trade as well. I mean, if you're are you long on it? Are you invested in it? This is drifting down. MU is slowly drifting down. That's what I was expecting anyways. How much it drifts down and washes off is all dependent on how strong it is. If it's strong enough for it to not go beyond 61, then it might look good. But yeah, this is very, very true to our analysis that MU was going to drift down. There you go. It's starting to do that. JD. I know what got me. Twitter got me not recently. I think last year, for a bigger loss. Twitter. And I think Disney and Twitter for my swings. Yeah, those are. They were not that big, but they were definitely more than 1 hour. So they were. Yeah, I don't like to actually lose more than 1 hour. I'm very consistent. I'm glad about my risk management. I'm usually very consistent with the risk that I put in, and if it's anything bigger than 1 hour, then I don't like it. It could be less than 1 hour, but if it goes beyond 1 hour, then yeah. It's just whereabouts in cup and handle. There's a lot of could be here, or it could be here. Yeah. So keep an eye on the SPY. Yeah, SPY is slowly drifting down. See if we get a bounce. I think right around the open it's going to get a bit choppy, obviously. And then we might start to see the bounce towards the gap fill. Okay. Ooh. 8:30. There must be news. Usually big news comes out at 8:30, but that's 9:30, so it's very close to the. It's 9:30. Yeah, 9:27 EST, right? No, it's not 8:30. Sorry, 8:30 would have been here. So today, it being a Monday. Why is it showing 2:30? Is it taking my local time? Why is it? Hold on a second. Yeah, so where do you bloody change this thing, man? System, I guess. I think it's here. No, it's based on London. Why is it based on London, man? It's like should be New York time, right? There we go. Now we're looking at 9:30. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's UK time. I know. It just sometimes diverts back to the default that I used to use. Okay, so we've got our GFAI is popping a little bit. So it's 1670s. It's actually over that 16. Yeah, this could be something that could run. Yeah, keep an eye on GFAI. And if that runs, SOUN looks quite interesting as well. The only issue with this one is that 3 level that could halt it quite a bit. A very strong level, 3 level. So if we see GFAI pops and then starts to reject from an area, SOUN could be a good area to short. But are you able to short it or not? It depends. If you can't do that, then AI is also there for you. AI is the weaker of those at this point. Yeah, GFAI is popping, so it seems like it wants to, but for me, it's kind of difficult for me to take this. Over 17 is a good level actually to take, but that's always a scalp. It's always a scalp move. So if you're going to take that, let's say you've taken the 17 break, that's 30 cents for a $17 stock. That's your target basically. That's your scalp away, and then you're done. You see why? Rejection comes in very quickly. So it might be interesting to wait on it. If it starts to take back again, reclaim the big areas, especially getting close to the high of days, then it will start to look strong. But that first 5 minutes, I'm going to just leave it to do its thing. Let it settle down. But overall, it looks very strong. Look at that. Whoo-wee. Yeah, that looks very strong. So this is popping, and the AI and the SOUN is dropping. So they are not actually related. Is this not the AI stock? No, it's industrial. Sorry, I'm completely going wrong with this. Yeah, it's related to AI stocks. It is related to AI stocks. I don't know why it won't be correlated. Yeah, AI is washing off strongly. This will be a play of the day. You will want to keep this on your watch and see if you can spot another opportunity on it. Now that it's made this move, you don't have to catch that initial move, but that secondary move you can always try to catch if it stays strong. What's up, Snicker? How's it going, buddy? Welcome. It's been a while, huh? How you been? Did you enjoy your holidays? Okay. So this drop down on GFI is interesting because whether it's gonna hold or not is gonna just have a look. Yeah, 1660s. If that 1660s hold, that could be a bounce opportunity. We shall see if that 1660s holds. And then we have 16s. Quite a bit of support around these areas. So I really want to take long on it, but I'm also not liking this kind of big wash on it. 17 break, I might take a scalp on it, guys. 17 break on a GFAI, I will take a scalp, which means you have to be very quick. I might even do it on the side. All right, getting there. Quite a bit of spread as well. You have to be very careful with the spread. Yeah, me too, buddy. Yeah, let's hope for that. Let's work on that actually, and just trying to sort of wait. I'm trying to take this, guys. Okay, quite a bit of what is it called? The spread. I just want it to be tightened. Look at that. Yeah. That's why you gotta be very, very careful. Yeah. Well, that 1 second wait could get you in, save you a lot of trouble. There it goes. So you see this candle here? That's the scary part about this pullback. If this stock pulled back in about 3-4 candles of red, I wouldn't have minded actually. That would have been ideal. But seeing this, it could be a complete shift of the momentum for that moment. So that's why you got to be very careful, right? I almost took it around 1705s, but never got there. Now, potential shorting opportunities, but if we reclaim 17 again, shorts are off completely. Right now, it's looking for a possible shorting opportunity, really. And we had a really good short on AI. Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. And AI has room to go. We're talking 2030s, huge room to go. So yeah, that would have been an ideal short. So AI stock itself has pushed, really sort of pulled this down with it. That's what I was mentioning. Why is AI washing down and this is ripping? And eventually it pulled it with it. But if we see AI bouncing strongly, then remember GFI is the relatively stronger one of them. So we might see a nice opportunity on GFI instead of AI. Why is my stock going crazy? Oh, right, this one. See the bounce? This area also is considered this to be a stronger level, as I was mentioning earlier. This level here. This level here is quite a bit of a strong level, and it depends on what AI does as well. SPY is kind of, yeah, it actually went all the way to 406s, so it actually washed down and didn't bounce at all. So it seems like it's weak. All right, we have a nice opportunity again on GFAI for possible short, but the problem is this area here, this level here, 16 level, is a big level. So, but then again, I'm really tempted to take this though. It's looking really nice. What's AI doing? AI is also bouncing. IFRX is actually, oh wow, I was watching this for possible short. Not much of a volume though. So it goes from 6s all the way to 560, good enough for a wash. Goes to 6. Not really keen on it. No. What has MU done? Wow, MU. Guys, MU just popped. Yeah, it actually drifted down, not enough. This is what I was mentioning. If it does actually pop before 61, then it's definitely strong. So it's definitely looking very strong at this point. So dividend as well as some other news behind it. Let's move. Really strong. Like the bounce from 61 to the tick, never looked back. Very nice. GFII, this is why I was very careful on GFII for short. Look at the bounce that came in from this level and here it goes. So that bounce level was a decent level for possible opportunity. There it goes, and it's not gonna, yeah, that's it. And this is gonna pull AIs with it, so be careful shorting these things. If I was short on this AI, I'm gonna be very careful, you know, having my stop very tight either, or you know, a lot of partials on it, because eventually GFAI is gonna pull these things with it if it stays up. You see, here's the thing, a little bit of a bounce on AI made a GFAI this. So this is your pure relative strength written all over it, right? So if you're going to long anything, it has to be GFAI. And if you're going to short anything, it's probably AI when they start to show weakness. We are seeing a bit of a bounce coming onto SPY as well. This might be it looks like a reversal pattern, but then it's congestion in my opinion. It's just that we are in that chop zone. So from 407s to 406s, we might have that chop zone. And if it does break those two levels, either way, that probably will be the direction, but it might take a while before it does that. I'm gonna take DKNG long opportunity, but this is something that I'll have to wait, guys. 1790, very small. Long 1806. I'm long 1806 DKNG. DKNGAG. DKNG. 1806. So this could ideally turn into a swing idea if it does what I expected it to do. It's just a starter, guys. This is really a starter. Ideally, I would like it to be breaking 1825s for me to take a proper position on it. This is like a 25% of what I would usually put in on these. With a stop, obviously, under the low of the day, but I will make sure that it closes under 1790s. So very, very tight stop for a possible swing idea. Could be good. Could be. It's definitely worth the risk for me. Because once it hits that to 1823 or 30s, we are looking into a possible second day continuation bounce and possible swing ideas. If we do get in a really good entry on it, we could actually hold it for this congestion that's going to happen around the 1950s and around 1750s. Then we could actually look for some bigger moves on this one. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only trade that I've taken today, guys. DKNG long over 18. Really small stop under 1790s, but very a starter. Just remind you again, it's a starter. I'm gonna add to it 1820 breaks. Now it might not come to it today. Today it might not. You know, it might take us out here and then just shows weakness and starts to drift down. Becomes a red day. That's fine. It's just yeah, you just accept one loser and then maybe look for it another day if the trade is still valid, which I think it will. Let's have a look at SPY. We'll keep that on the side. Our DKNG. Yeah, SPY is just bounced off. 406 to the tick. Really held SPY. And yeah, there's strength coming into it, to be honest, on SPY. So this might be the bounce that we were looking for. This might be the start of the bounce, not the bounce, start of the bounce. So now it's struggling to break that high of day, which I think it will break. yeah, this little area here was a reversal pattern there. The only issue with this move here, is volume is not picking up anymore. So that could be an issue. We could be getting into. That's why I was always say, consider yourself not trading around a chop zone. This is our chop box. And let's stay away from trading SPY or any big names if they are inside this box. But if it breaks 407, now if you have a really strong bias towards, let's say, this reversal, and if the volume was picking up, I would have actually taken long here on the big names or even SPY. The fact that the volume wasn't picking up, that's why I didn't take anything. But if you, let's say, if the volume was picking up and you took it here, you just don't take everything. Like, you don't take 100% of the position. You take a small portion, and then on the main area that it breaks, that's when you actually start adding. That's when you fill it up, or go full position, average of full position. So just having a feeler on something that you have a strong bias on, or if your system is there, could work out. But as long as you have a starter position on it, not the full one. So yeah, I mean, normally AI is very, very weak, but GFAI is holding them up, and we'll see. BA, huh? That's looking good. I kinda am just the volume though on SPY. Usually it does drop a bit. BA. Ooh, BA, break of 211 and 50. Goes from red to green and doesn't look back. Beautiful, really good. Was it in play? You could say that it's in play. You could say that, but I probably wouldn't have found it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's really a good one. Good price action. Really, I mean, it probably would have been difficult to catch it. My kind of style, I probably wouldn't have been able to catch this, because once it runs, I never chase. But for someone who actually likes breakouts, and they enter right at the breakouts, great stock. Great stock. So what are we looking at? Tesla looking like a possible shorting opportunity. Yeah, I think Tesla is a shorting opportunity right about here, guys. Right about here. Hold on, guys. Okay, we have a bounce on SPY. Let's see how far that goes. We are still, however, in SPY in that chop box, so kind of difficult. 177.50s. Again, I'm looking for shorting opportunity on Tesla anytime soon. Now, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, so it goes up towards the VWAP. SPY is bouncing. This is gonna bounce a little bit. If it takes out that VWAP, then yeah, that's there's no trade on it. But if it does come back down and come back under 178 very quickly, then there's your sign. Yeah, it's broken that view app. I mean, it's all done. I was look at this price action. This is what I, if a structure of a price action breaks, then there's no trade. So in this case, the structure completely broke. What I was looking for, it didn't happen. You just leave it alone. Simple. Simples. However, SPY is drifting down. And my only trade that I have taken today, DKNG, is not too bad. So long over 18s, and I'm going to add to it at the break of this. I will wait now because it's done some sort of a stretch from 18s to 1830s. Once it breaks 1825s and it starts to play around here, then I will add to it. But at the break, I will not add. So I'll find the right timing for me to add to it. There will be plenty. AI, really nice reversals coming in onto this. So GFAI is going to look good. AI is SOUN is not too bad as well for a reversal. So these are actually not looking too bad, guys. There's your reversal. The volume picked up a little bit. Yeah, so that could be a good reversal point here. What's up, Zell? How's it going, buddy? Welcome, buddy. Welcome. How you doing? Good to have you. How you been? So SOUN as well is gonna start to pop. Yeah, that's your double bottom. Big volume came in. Although I prefer the other ones because it's sub $3. We still have $3 to go through on this one, whereas AI is rather clean, much more volume, much more liquid, the bigger name. So yeah. Let's go, DKNG. All right, guys, here we go. DKNG starts to run for it. Let's go. We can always now what we can do is we can just put our stop just under 18s. This low, I mean, I don't consider this wick to be very strong. Under 18, if it does close, then I'm going to take this off. But so far so good. It looks really nice. Good decent 30 cents move for a stock that doesn't move that much. That moves about $1.20 ATR. So it's looking really, really good. Remember on this one, believe it or not, our stop was about what, 15 cents. So we are already seeing 2R on it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's got a good relative strength compared to SPY. It's fighting SPY, and if SPY was bouncing nicely, this would have actually done really good. But hopefully it will start to hold this on. I still think this is, like this is what I wanted. Like breaks it and comes back and plays around this area. And if the more it holds around this area, the more likely I'm going to add around this. I just want it to be pausing here and give me some sort of a price action. But since SPY is doing what it's doing, it's probably going to drift down a little bit more. Because, yeah, SPY is going to take it down. What I want SPY to do is, yes, it can play around between 406 and 407s, as long as it doesn't take that 406. If it does take 406, it will still not be really bad. If it goes near 405.50, then it's going to look really bad on daily. So I wouldn't like SPY to be breaking this and start trading under it, which it seems like it wants to do. But we'll see. Anyways, it could be that early chop we were talking about earlier. No, DKNG was one of those that I wanted to take an early swing idea. H. Sheldon. Why does it ring a bell? I might not know. Who's that? You see, it's right back down almost to very close to our entry, but it's fine because I would like it to be pausing around here, giving us a nice opportunity for some ads there. Beautiful. I'm not worried about that at all. I mean, if worst case scenario, this is going to come back down at 1806 was our entry. Comes down under 1796. That's 10 cents. I can take that any day. Real day trading community on Reddit. Okay, there is a real day trading community. I mean, I might have read his articles, or I mean, I might have browsed through his his Reddit group as well, but I'm not good with names, so. I would forget my own name if somebody didn't remind me of it every day. There's a good point here, guys. You know what? I'm just gonna manage it myself, guys. I did mention what my plan was on this one, and if I do add to it, I probably will not even like call it out because I'm thinking of adding right about now. But if I do add, I might not call it out, but you know the drill. I've talked about it. I'm not going to repeat over and over again on this specific stock. So yeah, I'll update you. However, I'll update you every, let's say if I do manage to swing it, I'll definitely update you, but it's not something that I'm going to keep an eye on it every second. I'd rather keep an eye out for something that's got more opportunity as a day trade. Tesla put. Tesla is under fire. Definitely looks good under 178. To be honest, looks good. It definitely is the news. It's in the news, you know. It's not a big negative news, to be honest. Somebody's suing Tesla for some sort of a privacy invasion, protocol or whatever. That could be getting Tesla weaker and weaker, but it's just one person. But this is dangerous because if it's one person and if he wins, everybody else is going to win, if you know what I mean. So I think Tesla short is very valid. I'm not going to lie. Tesla put is quite valid, and I'm kind of inclined. Earlier I was mentioning as well, I'm looking for short on Tesla. It just broke the structure. Now it still is active. That short is still active. So you're good actually, Snicker. In my opinion, if I was trading, I would be okay with it. Short. AMD is relatively strong, guys. So you also want to keep an eye on something that's relatively strong, right? Just in case when SPY starts to bounce. Okay, when SPY starts to bounce, relatively strong stocks like AMD, as you can see, is going to start to run. So just be mindful of that. AMD looks quite strong, really decent area for a possible bounce plays on this one. I wasn't really looking for this, to be honest, but if I was, I would have actually taken it a bit more serious. How is our is Nvidia looking the same? Nvidia might be also a nice play if SPY starts to bounce. Yeah, this is also a good play, guys. Look at the volume. Volume is rising on this bounce. However, we have these wicks that is a bit scary, right? But the break of that especially when the SPY starts to bounce, could actually lead to some decent moves on this one. Yeah, not too bad, but I'm really skeptical on SPY, what it's doing right now. It's trading right at the lows, and it's anytime it actually bounces, it's like a reversal. It's like a pullback, and the main move happens with a big wash. So that's not good. The one that I missed that I was looking for a short was IFRX. IFRX, the only reason why I missed it was the volume. Volume and the range was just a little bit disappointing. Range is there, definitely, but the volume was kind of right here. I was thinking of shorting, but I'm not really happy about the volume at that point. So there comes the GFAI, and there's the drift, there's the... yeah, so... the reversal came in under 18s. Breaks it, very nice, beautiful. Okay. I think it has more room. I mean, for sure. It depends on the SPY as well. I think Tesla is something that has the potential to do a bigger move today. But it's already, think about it, it's already done huge move though. We're talking from 185, it's trading at 177s right now. So you are actually trading at right at the bottom. But with these kind of, we do have a strong level at 176 around this area here. So I think it has potential. I mean, I would probably not have taken it out there. I would not have taken it out. I would have let it work out and let it test the lows and see what it does. And if it can get to the lows and if it can break the lows, these days could be a big one. But if it starts to bounce and comes back to your entry, then yeah, you could always take it at a break even or maybe a small loser. But that's putting that kind of risk sometimes pays off. But if you were scalping it, then that's great. Look at what SPY is doing right now. It's bouncing and creating some sort of a reversal pattern. We're talking double bottom here, obviously. It's not a very clean one, but then again, still it's there. Bouncing off of the lows, creating some sort of a volume confirmation as well. I would like it to be 3-4 bars of confirmation and not just 1 or 2. But yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, profit is a profit, definitely. Also now, you know, you would have taken it out anyways with the SPY bouncing. So it might have been, in hindsight, it's definitely good. Look, SPY is breaking the thingy, so you wouldn't have kept that Tesla once SPY is doing that. So look what Tesla is going to do now. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You see? So that, in hindsight, was actually a good exit. Good scalp, to be honest. So now, SPY is bouncing. We do have AIs coming down. Oh. All right, we do see a decent reversal happening on SPY as well as on Tesla. See, this is the weakness written on SPY, right? Sorry, on Tesla. Although the bounce comes in after the bounce of SPY, but does it go very far? It doesn't. So that's your relative weakness on Tesla. And I still believe Tesla, if SPY starts to weaken, Tesla will like bigger move to the downside. But is SPY gonna weaken? This is why you don't come out of this box. This box is your lifesaver. You don't come out of it and if the price starts to, you know, trade above or beyond it, below it, then you start to trade big names. Really good SPY bouncing. And MU you took. High of day rejection. Where did you take it? Where did you take it? You said high of day, but there was high of day here. High of day rejection was here. Okay. I mean, your style, your strategy, your setup might have been there. I don't see a setup there. I probably wouldn't have been able to cash that. It's just there's nothing there. Apart from, yes, it's stretched out, it's gapped up, and it's way overstretched, overextended. Yes, but it's like front running this thing, isn't it? You're trying to, yeah, you might have a system on that one. Really good entry though, 63.50. It could have been due to the tape as well. Tape is also not going to be very clear on MU because it's highly liquid stock, so tape is going to be quite irrelevant. I would like to, I mean, I'm trying to figure out if there was 63.50, 63.60's big level on the daily as well, not specifically on that side. Fibonacci could be one of those things. Yeah, but nevertheless, if from there, if you had taken it, high of day is your risk, obviously, and your target usually in this case would be VWAP, which you achieved it, right? So that worked out really well. Now what we are seeing on this one is, on MU, is a nice little pattern, hopefully forming soon. So we shall see whether it's gonna form or not, right? IFRX is the one that I intentionally missed, and it actually went quite a bit. So entries would have been around here. For a $5 stock, almost 10% move after your entry. Roblox is completely failed off. Yeah, it's just hitting the low of day now. Well, AMD is relatively strong, so AMD should be basically strong, staying strong. So there are stocks that are strong. That's why SPY is keeping up. So if you look at let's have a look at the sectors. Okay, sectors. So net percentage change. So we've got XAD. So energy stocks, for example, look at energy stocks, right? Energy sector. So any energy stock you look at is going to look similar to this. That's why SPY is being kept up. we've got XLI, which is basically our industrials. That's looking decent. We've got materials as well as financials. So yeah, some sectors are driving the market up, obviously. So MU is one of them. Okay, so this is I mean, I wouldn't take long on this one, honestly. MU, I wouldn't take long on this one. And if anything, I probably would look for shorts, but if it actually stretches out, I would have looked short on this one, but not here. I probably would have looked short if I was aggressively shorting this. 63.30 break would have been decent, especially when it pulled back to that, right? So for me, if I was to short it, and I was actually thinking of shorting it, it would have been here. You see this low here? These lows gets taken out, breaks it. There, no opportunity. But the better opportunity is on that pullback that rejects again on that level that it broke from. So point of interest breaks and then reattempts and then rejects. That's your clue. And then towards the VWAP, that would have been decent. In this case, your stop would have been smaller. Yeah, absolutely. AMD is one of the more stronger stocks today. Definitely. It's definitely one of the more stronger stocks, as I mentioned earlier. AMD should be looking good even now. Right, yeah. We do see a really decent move on this one. Yep. Very, very nice. Respecting the trend line really nicely. And it just carries on chugging along. And this is crucial on 93 area on AMD is really a good area. If it breaks that, the daily is going to even look good. So yeah, even taking anything on the break of these would have been definitely fine. Decent trades, 92.30s, 92.40s. Beautiful, really good. Yeah, normally I don't keep, remember, I don't keep big names on my watch list. I actually have a separate, that's why I looked at it, because I do have a separate watch list and I don't post them out. But I have, look, this big names, I don't know whether you can see, this big names will bring out all the names that I usually watch. Among them is the AMD. That's how I came to know about it. Earlier I was mentioning it here somewhere, I think. Here. So yeah. Really nice. Still goes strong and attacking the 93s. Really decent. GFAI is failing. 17 under was a nice little short on that. Oh, breaks it. Beautiful. 93 needs to stay broken. SPY is actually doing well. 407, crucial level though on the SPY. Kind of difficult area where you took it. I would have kind of waited because SPY is on that 407 level, which is might have a trouble. But then again, the AMD is strong. I'm not gonna say AMD is quite strong. So do your thing. Remember, if SPY breaks that 407, we are looking for a good strength coming into SPY. So that could really push AMD for that parabolic moves that you're looking for as a scalper, which might come in. Look, SPY is also rejected from 407s, but not much. You look at the rejection, right? Barely anything. Right? Barely anything. So now what this is telling you is it's trying to break that 407, which is doing right now. So it's looking really good actually. If you've taken AMD and if your stop was very, very small, which you shouldn't have gotten out, anticipatory moves, yeah, definitely in anticipation. And look at what the response AMD is giving. This is your relative strength, pure example of relative strength. Anytime SPY tries to break something, tries to go, this is like running. SPY walks, this runs, right? So that's why I say always look for longs on the relative strong stocks. And our SPY is still struggling around that 407 mark, but we can still be early. But AMD is doing its own thing, man. It's quite strong. So I mean, as long as you're managing well, really good, I would say. Being patient might pay off on that one. It's looking really good. I'm not gonna lie. Looking really good. And now it's attacking. You look at the SPY. You know, pulls back, yes, but it's barely anything and completely gets back to 407s again and again, trying to break it. And once it actually fully breaks with decent volume, the volume is coming in now. There it goes. There it goes. SPY is still struggling, but it's gonna break, it seems like. And AMD goes a nice move as well. Beautiful, beautiful, Zell. Well done, buddy. There you go. This is what your strong stock looks like. And AMD SPY. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lovely. Love to see it, guys. What a trade. And yeah, lovely. Okay, so AI is we just need to make sure on SPY we stay above 407s, which it seems like it wants to do. As long as it stays over 407s. In fact, to be honest, 407 is not the main area. The main area is the high of day. As you can see, high of day, struggles to break it, but once it breaks, pulls back to it, to the tick, and then carries on. Beautiful. Very beautiful. The one that to watch for the next level would be 200 EMA on 1 minute. Then after that, we've got 408. It's got some decent 407.20. 407.20 right now is struggle from is the daily level, 407.20. And then we've, yeah. You know, just match it up with, you know, as long as SPY is holding and not really sort of washing off big time. If you see SPY washing off under 407s, on especially taking off 406.80s, then, you know, AMD might not wash off as soon as SPY does, but that's your chance to take partial off, right? But also on these parabolic moves, I would normally take partials off, especially as a scalper, to lighten the mood, lighten the load a little bit. And then it's easier for you to let it go. You see when I'm looking at some others as well that we are seeing. Beautiful AMD's chart. Normally AMD doesn't look this good, but today it's been really respecting this trend line. And the daily is really nice as well. Beautiful area to take a long on this one. Why do I say that? Well, for a stock like AMD, which is usually relatively strong, Look at this, is making new highs and SPY is rejecting. So what I mean is that usually it has a really decent move and then has a nice little decent pullback, around 20%, 20%, 20 30%, right? This, that. Same thing, moves a decent amount from 80s all the way to hundreds. $20 stock for $80 stock. $20 move for $80. That's 20% almost. Goes and then pulls back nice and decently, and then the bounce day should be coming in. So this is the second day of the bounce, which is beautiful. This is one of those daily ideas that you might want to keep an eye on as well, whereby you have a strong stock that is actually moved up really nicely and then pulls back, either the congestion or pulls back about 20-30%, and then that first day bounces and then the second day continuation, right? Normally it wouldn't be all the time, but once you catch it, it's a really good move. By the way, SPY is under 407, so I would consider taking some off, partial off, buddy. Sell. Right about now is a very, very good area. If you haven't taken out, I'll highly recommend you to take some out, buddy. Right now. Let's go. That's my boy. Let me just hide myself while I eat. Look at AMD go. Beautiful. Doesn't even care. Doesn't care what SPY does. Does not really care. It's like, who is SPY? What is SPY? This price action, however, be careful. The volume came in. Yes, sir. The bounce came in on the VWAP, which was kind of expected on SPY. See what happens if it holds or not. SPY's actually holding on the VWAP there, and then yeah, see what it does. It does, definitely, definitely. That's the cleanest one of the day. I mean, if you look at anything else, right? Anything else. Even the one that I mentioned, the DraftKings had a really good strength, right? Relative strength. Look, I did add to it, guys. I'm just not gonna. I will give you the average once I fully add to it. But even this one, just up and down, right? I mean, Nvidia was looking good when I did mention around this area. Look at this. As I said, this trend line breaks. Beautiful. This was even better opportunity than AMD in my opinion, but this is the bigger price stock. So yeah, AMD might have been better choice. But everything else, Tesla is popping right now. It struggled to actually take over the VWAP. Now finally decides to do that. Yeah, but you know what, Zell, as long as you've actually taken some off, and in this case scenario, your breakout trade would have been, that's a 50 cents move for a scalper. Your stop was very small. So, your R's are looking really decent. 2R, 3R, 4R, you need to take some out, and then you should be left with like a runner that you can say, I'm going to wait. As long as you have that runner position, perfect. It's absolutely perfect to respect that. I'm going to wait. And I probably could even hold off for a bigger pullback and see what it does. Great. But a pullback could be due, in my opinion. Pullback could be due. So as long as you have a pullback with holding, let me rephrase that. Pullback with standing position, perfect. Yeah, Nvidia, I did mention earlier, it was looking really, really decent. Nvidia, AMD and Nvidia are very, very similar looking stocks. So once one starts to run, the other tends to do the same. And it was a really decent price action on Nvidia. At first I thought, well, you know what, Nvidia is not as strong as AMD. We were mentioning here, we were here actually, somewhere there. But at this point, Nvidia was hitting the highs right there. So there was literally right there was the opportunity, and then it just never looked back. Because after that, AMD started to really rip. Pretty much you're the master of the books now, buddy. I haven't read, you've probably read more books than me. which is good, man. I hate reading books. I'm more of a visual person. I like to watch videos, anything to do with instructional videos. I catch up very quick. But if you ask me to read something in instruction, just, blows my mind up. I think that is a really, really, really good exit, Zell. That's a beautiful trade. You've got to share it on trade reviews, buddy, as always. By the way, I highly suggest using the trader. For me, the reason why I don't do it is because you all know what I trade anyways. I call it out in advance. That's why I do stream, so that I can be accountable for my own trades. The only trade I took was, it's kind of like day trading / swing idea, DKNG. I'm still in it. I will be out of it if it does take out 18s. but I want to give it a fighting chance as well. So basically 18 breaks and then closes under 18, I'll be out of it. So I am watching that definitely. And worst case scenario, about 10-12 cents loser on that one. But best case scenario, it could lead to taking the highs off out, hopefully today, if not tomorrow. And then, yeah, it will look really nice. So for me, I don't have to do that because you all know about it. But for you guys, please be accountable. If you're going to take this thing seriously, just like Zell, everyday post outs, solid post outs as trades, you've got to do it. If you have traded it, and be honest with yourself, there's no point in trying to sort of who are you. A lot of people I've noticed that is they will only show their positive trades. It's I don't know how to really sort of rectify that. It's just let's say you run a business, right? You run a business and let's say a restaurant, and in the kitchen there's a rat problem. It's like when you post your good trades only, you're completely ignoring the problem, which is there is a rat infestation. And the health body is just gonna, whatever works in your country, the health and safety or whatever food standards agency is gonna shut you down eventually. In terms of trading as well, you're gonna blow up your account because you are only, posting your positive trades or winners, not even considering to post or be accountable for your losers, because those losers could have been a mistake from your side, which usually is. And if you don't post it, then you're always going to keep doing it. You're going to do it more and more because you eventually will become desensitized to it now. Is that a word? It could be. You know what I mean, right? So please be sure. Look at these every single day, almost every single day, right? Without fail. You guys, this is how I know who is serious. Honestly, like this is, there's no doubt that, Zell, look at this. When he's back on trading, every single day you will see his posts. Solid, you'll see his posts, right? Trades, entries, exit. What was his thought process? This is accountability. You're taking action that is gonna passively stop you from doing big mistakes because you know that you have to post it, right? And do post out your blunders as well, which Zell, I know he does definitely. I've seen his every single trade. Don't get me wrong. I see these every single day, guys. Every single day. I don't miss any of these because I consider this to be very valuable. And if I could add anything to it, I will. But this is how you take accountability, guys. Look at this, right? Look at this. Solid posting out his journaling platform charts, which is perfectly fine, which shows entries and exits. Beautiful, right? We want to see that here. Right here, all of you who are serious, you will be putting your charts here. Now, for those of you who actually take options, like for example, Snicker, you took Tesla short, right? Tesla short, yes, fine. You took it on options, but post a chart of Tesla. Like at least point out what was your thought process, right? And where was your entry, where was your exit? When you start doing that, you will start to notice a trend as well. Once that becomes a habit, then you will start to notice certain things about your trading style. You will start to say to yourself, you know what? I could have left it a little bit more. Like for example, Zell, before when he started scalping, his exits, even in this page, I could tell you his exits were very, very quick, very scalping mentality, which is perfectly fine. But he's realizing that he's also catching certain things that run quite a bit, right? That's not scalp. right? So now what he's trying to do is also, while having the scalping stop loss, which is a really sort of tight stop loss, scalping mentality, he's trying to get into a day trading mentality for partials, for exits, which is best of both worlds. So how does he know? Because he's consistently posting. Look at this, for example. This is one of his blunders, right? Yeah, you see what I mean? So you've got to post these things, guys. And yeah, well done to those who consistently do that. My respect to you goes to you guys. Oh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Right? Look at this. There's your entry. Right? There's your add, is it? Entry, add, partial, exit. Look at this beautiful entry. Like when you post this as well, guys, it will remind you, tend to remember your trades more. Why do I do streaming? I do it because I want to remember my trades. I used to record my sessions and then going back to it and checking what I've done right and wrong. Why? Because I want to remember. I want to mentally remember certain setups, certain strategies where I was wrong, where I was right, so that I don't do it again and I do more of what I did right. That's why I did it. But for you guys, it's very, very like it's very ideal because you're joining in the stream anyways. You're calling out the trades, like just like Zell did. As he took the trade here, literally that 5 seconds later, he will post out, okay, I'm long. Now, ideally, I would like you to be sending a message before you trade, but then that's perfectly fine because at that time, especially for a scalper, you don't want to take too much of time texting and this and that. But once you start to do this, you will start to remember each of your trades. Now, once I started streaming, I've said this before as well, every single trade I will remember. And it's very strange. My memory is really bad otherwise. But when I do any trades on stream, I remember it like crazy. It's like a picture memory for me, right? So that's a huge advantage from my side. So yeah, beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, this is just ideal. Look, small little explanation of what the relative, what the thesis was, what the thought process was, just to remind yourself. Doesn't have to be for everybody else, but everybody else is going to benefit from that as well, of course. But beautiful. Respect, buddy. And yeah, we've got a reader here that's gonna finish this book that I think I never finished. I think I finished that one. It's a good read, definitely. Yeah, no, you did. Zal, you were mostly always writing your entry anyways, where you entered. Absolutely. It's like having a mentor, guys. Free mentorship, right? This is free mentorship. If you post every single trade, bad or good, that's what you do with your mentor. How does mentoring work? Well, mentoring works. If you were talking about one-on-one mentorship, you post everything with your mentor. You discuss every single detail. Obviously, you post your trades, but a little bit more in detail, right? And then you have your sessions every day, or depending on what your contract or agreement is, it could be every week, once or twice. You discuss what the overall general result of your trading, collective trading results, plus seeing if you're missing out something, because sometimes we might think that we are actually in the right boat, but somebody else has to look from a non-biased eyes, and they could probably give you a much better idea whether a certain setup, certain strategies are actually working or not, because you might have already biased towards that strategy. So yeah, that's why. And you guys have free bloody for free membership here. Nobody's asking for anything. Just post your trades. Yeah. Yeah, accountability is just yeah. You know, it's one of the more emphasized points. I'm trying to look for look at this thing. Look at this thing. Beautiful. Look what I mentioned, that 93 breaks. Like, look at what the daily looks like now. It looks beautiful, right? Second day continuation looking really nice as well. 92.80 was actually a better area, which was here. But yeah, beautiful. And daily already looks very, very juicy. Wow, okay, we have SOUN that's popping in the AI sector, SOUN. And we should be having AI popping as well. AI is not that much. No. SOUN is coming up to this 3 level. If it does come down to 3 and starts rejecting, that could be a potential shorting opportunity. But that could be later on, guys. Anyways, so great session for today. A few of you took some really decent trades, and happy to see that, especially when I'm back. I want to see you guys doing really well, and obviously I'm doing okay. Took only one trade, as you know, DKNG, and I'm still in it with some ads on it as well. But you know, it's still not over. Under the 18 break, I will exit this thing. But I'll watch this over this coming today. Actually, I'll watch it a little bit more closely. But once it's closed strong, anything above 1835, if it breaks the high of day today and it closes around that area, even I really don't mind closing over the 1820s, 1815s even. That's fine. As long as it does that, I'm ready to swing this if it does give me that option. But if it doesn't, then it probably will be a very, very small, tiny loser, which is perfectly fine. I might also add one more time, depending on what I see. But that's the only trade I took. And for those of you who took other trades, beautiful. The ones that I missed, I also want to talk about things that I miss. IFRX was the one intentionally missed. There was a shorting opportunity on this one, and I was actually looking for shorting opportunities for according to the daily. And yeah, it's just missed out. And by the way, Tesla is looking like a really nice little look at this thing. Look at this grinding higher and higher. So that's kind of a strength sign. So if anybody looking for Tesla. But anyways, that's pretty much it. A few other things we missed for sure, but I'm happy for the trading only one stock, and yeah, that was a good one. And for the rest of the day, I wish you the best of luck, guys. I will catch you tomorrow at around 8:30 a.m. Let's do 8:30 a.m. EST now. I can come down early, but I'll remind you guys if I do. But anyways, until then, take care, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Peace.